Hey y'all, so fall is my favorite time of year for a lot of reasons. I mean, one of my favorite holidays is in the fall, but also it's one of the best times of year to be out flying drones, in my opinion, because you got all the fall colors and where the sun is and how it's positioned when it sets. It's just really, really beautiful. So I thought I would grab the Mavic Mini and see what kind of footage I could get. We're going to check all that out in just a moment, but first, welcome to the Gadget Inspector channel, where we're into all kinds of drones and all kinds of gadgets. If you're into that kind of stuff, you are in the right place, my friend. Please consider subscribing to the channel and don't forget to click that bell. That way you'll know when I upload new videos. All right, let's go ahead and get on into this, y'all.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, it's Gadget Inspector. So I had just picked up my daughters from school. It was a beautiful day, the sun was going down, and I happened to have my Mavic Mini in the car. It was definitely spur of the moment, but I headed to a nearby park, grabbed the Mini and got it in the air to capture the fall colors with that golden hue from the sun painted across the entire landscape. Man, I love this hobby. I filmed everything at 2.7K 30 frames per second, and I just flipped it into auto. Usually I would at least use the exposure lock, but I was in a hurry to try to get some shots before the sun disappeared below the horizon. You've heard the saying, "Stop and smell the roses" before, right? Well, I believe it speaks to a valuable life lesson, and after everything that's happened in the year of our Lord, 2020, I'm trying to live by that wisdom more and more. Sometimes you need to just slow it down and have gratitude for the little things. Just trying to enjoy and acknowledge God's good creation. And that's why I dig flying drones as much as I do. You get such a unique perspective from the air, and you can't help but to be awe-inspired. So what do you think so far? Do you have a Mavic Mini, or are you thinking about getting one? Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm really curious because the price point on this thing, it makes it really accessible to people that are interested in getting into the hobby. Or for people like me that like to have a really small compact drone in the fleet, we're doing things like this, just impromptu flying, getting out there and getting the drone in the air really quickly and inconspicuously. That's the other thing as well. Let's get back to the footage. Now we're taking a look at some photos I snapped off. Everything you've seen thus far is straight from the camera with some minor adjustments in Premiere Pro. Simple things like slightly increasing the saturation and tweaking highlights and shadows, but with auto settings, you can expect to get very similar results yourself. As I mentioned before, the sun was going down, so coming up in a minute, you're gonna see how the Mavic Mini performs in low light. I'm very happy with what I was able to capture with this tiny, lightweight, but quite capable machine. So you can see here that the sun is just about gone and the camera is compensating for that. So the images might look a bit soft, and in the next clip coming up, you'll likely see some noise. But like I said, I'm happy with what the Mini can do, all things considered. At about 350 feet here, don't you just love fall? Football, turkey, and dressing. Dressing is my favorite. Snuggling up with that loved one, and this right here. right, y'all. Once again, thanks for stopping by the channel. Man, I appreciate you so very much. If you like what you see, watch some of my other videos. And until we meet again, don't just tell them, show them. I'll talk to y'all later.